Oh boy. This is going to be fun. Okay. Oh my goodness. Is she going to stay? Is she going to fall? Okay, I think she's going to stay up. Oh. Okay. Hey. How's everyone doing? So I am happy Monday. Hi. Let me turn down this volume so I don't have to listen to myself. So I am I have some family stuff going on, and I'm helping take care of my grandma right now. So I'm live streaming from the car. You know, people, you may wonder why I chose to go live even though I'm going through this. I'm honestly asking myself the same question, but Pendulum told me to go live, so I did. So hi, everybody. Yes, the location change. Yeah, my grandma had some medical stuff happen, so I am helping take care of things for her with my family right now. So Rebecca, sometimes it helps to get your mind off shit. Yeah, that's definitely, because I definitely thought about not going live, and then even before I turned on the camera, I sat here. I'm like, is this ridiculous? Like, should I? Because I'm going to go into the hospital and see her afterwards after we're done. But I don't know. I'm here. So hopefully it's gone. Okay, actually, I need to charge this little phone. Can I? Oh, I don't have power going. So how's everyone doing? Can I charge my phone while I'm sitting here so I can read the comments?
And she loves to show me off, of course.
YouTube, don't copyright strike me. Okay. So how's everyone doing? Amanda, you said your father-in-law just passed. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, man, health stuff is one of those things that's, it doesn't matter like who you are or where you are in life. It's just part of the deal. So Tiffany says the colors of your hoodie is the colors I found. Oh, we're matching today. Nice. Okay. Powers of Tarot. Thank you. These are from Zenny Optical. Okay, so I'm reading questions from my, you can see that. So this is where I'm getting my questions from, so that I can see them. I know we had a bunch of homework from last week. Oh yeah, what did we talk about? Asking why your manifestation isn't eating out of the palm of your hand right now. Like, who meditated on that? Or, I didn't even go through and say hi to everybody. I'm sorry, guys. My mind is, on a million things right now. Who did their homework about figure out why your manifestation isn't eating out of the palm of your hand? Because that homework is, hey Celine, that homework is like a literal block that you have. So the answer to that question is going to be important. Abby says, so I found out from that homework that I have doubt on my manifestation and I just have to let it go. Okay. So what are you doing to work on that, Abby? What are you doing to let go? What are you doing to support yourself through this process, knowing that that's kind of going on within you. Amanda says, this is the first time I've ever missed homework. Understandable. You got stuff going on, and I get it. Blanco says, everything was going so well. Now I feel like the pits of hell. What the F is going on? So listen, life is going to be full of ups and downs. And like this, for example, right here, what I'm dealing with right now. Not that I shouldn't or that I should get a pass or anything like that. But like, again, it doesn't matter how good of a manifester or how aware of your life you are. There's still people around you, and there's still life, and there's still health, and there's still human bodies. And things can still happen that are completely out of your control and out of, your expectation of what's going to happen in your life. And the point of having a practice like 360, of course, my signature practice, which keeps me going and helps me through these things, is that it helps you through these things. Life happens. It's not going to stop happening. Just because you learn how to manifest does not mean that you're not going to be taken by surprise in life, or things aren't going to happen that are, you're not a fan of. So the whole, instead of falling and crumbling every time something happens and acting like the world is ending, and that, you fucked everything up or something got fucked up, you power through it and understand that life is life, and the practice itself is what gets you through it without fucking things up. Amanda, you're so sweet. Thank you so much for the super chat. You're so sweet. I appreciate you. Okay. Oh, Leanne, thank you so much. Leanne linked my coaching. I don't know if that's the right link. I want to click it, but I don't want to click off this. RoxyTalks.com, go to the coaching, and you can go to one-on-one coaching. Any hoodles. I'll have to click it and make sure. Yeah, I do only have a few spots left in October if you want to talk to me one-on-one. October is almost full. Okay, Powers of Terror says, it was a heavy assignment, and yes, I did. I had movement on my manifestations yesterday because of my awakening, so thank you. I'm constantly blessed by frequent awakenings from the universe. Yes, you are, absolutely. Neve says, the relationship with my boyfriend is better than ever. I feel so loved and appreciated. That's awesome. Sorry, I know I'm not looking at the at the camera much. I'm just kind of reading through the comments and stuff. I hope the internet works okay, because I'm using the phone that I'm live streaming from as a hotspot for the phone that I'm reading my comments from. Melissa, you're having trouble because you're also grieving. Hey, listen, a lot of us are going through it right now, and I get it. And it's very important that you stay connected to your feelings and allow yourself to have them. They're completely normal. They're completely valid, and they need to be felt and, processed and pass along. But do what you can to support yourself emotionally, mentally, physically, in every way, trying to do as much of your, I'll say, spirituality practice as possible. Just, whatever it is that you do. And I'm saying that as, like, I have not meditated the whole week I've been dealing with this. I've not scripted. I have been at least working on cycling my my affirmations. I haven't read any of my books. And I also, I've been working, and I'm definitely always committed to keeping my mindset going. So that's something, so I get it. I'm going through it right now. So I can tell you, like, just firsthand, that just try to do what you can to maintain what normalcy of of yourself that you can, and just support yourself through it, and be there for yourself, and be there for your family, or however, whatever's going on with you. And we're all here for you. Abby, have a good day at school. Brandon says, I need to work more on my self-concept to strengthen my belief that I can have what I want because I deserve it. I'm going to focus on feeling good and work on self-concept. Of course, I'm aligned, but yeah. So, okay. Brandon, have you read, did you get Rich as Fuck? We talked about it last week as far as money goes, but the reason I suggest it is because, money is tied to worth, obviously. We talk about that a lot, but the way that she explains, like, the way that she explains how to circumvent money worthiness is worthiness either way. So I like that book for multiple reasons, not just for the fact that it's about money, but just the way that she kind of, any kind of exposure and illumination into how we limit ourselves and what limiting beliefs sound like is, I think, gold, obviously. So, Brandon, I would definitely suggest checking that book out for multiple reasons, but it will help you, with the like worth stuff and like how to spot it and how to rewrite it, obviously. And you know how to rewrite it, of course. Okay. Okay. I just saw two things I wanted to address. Ariana says, I'm starting to think that subconsciously I'm in resistance due to an addiction to the emotion of not having my manifestation. Not sure if that makes sense. I'm still trying to figure it out myself. First of all, hold on. First of all, yes, it does make sense. Second of all, you're not alone. Third, my suggestion to you is to look at what it is that you get out of that. Like, what is the payoff from the addiction? What is the emotional payoff that you do get from it? And just kind of like what's below that, what's underneath. Dig a little bit and see what's below that. And ask yourself, like, what is this? Phoenix, thank you so much. I just saw your super chat come through. I'll just get to that in just a second. Ask yourself, like, what is this representing? What does this feel like? Glenn, oh my God, are you still in here? I just saw you. Hi, Glenn. I miss you. Oh, okay. Can we chat later? Okay. Blah, blah, blah. What is the addiction feeding? What purpose is it serving for you? And what's below that? Tiffany, thank you. You're so sweet. And then Lydia, I wanted to address this too. Lydia asked how to avoid conflicting therapy sessions with affirmations. Okay. When you're in your therapy, of course, be careful of doing too much like venting, rehashing, and not enough. So, being solution oriented with your speaking, like you're speaking about, I'm speaking about it because I'm sharing it with you, this person who's going to help me with the tools that are going to help me move past it. I'm dedicating myself to moving past it. And that's why I'm allowing myself to, or no, I am being honest and being open about what's going on with me so that I am able to be properly guided and diagnosed or what have you, to the right solution. And again, I'm here affirming it and talking about it, knowing that it's okay because I'm using it to get to the next, like you're not at square one anymore. You're at like the next step because I may be talking about it, but I'm talking about it in order to get past it. So it's like a productive way of speaking about it, knowing and with the intention of working through it or whatever it is the goal is, it's a different intentionality than just going there and dumping out your problems and like soaking in it. You know what I mean? If that makes sense, I guess. Okay. We have Phoenix super chat, which is where I just touch it. Okay, cool. Phoenix, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, I'm manifesting someone back, but also love playing hard to get. Would this confuse the universe by playing Like I don't want them when I really do, just to see how hard they try for me. All right, I'll just be real frank and honest with you. I appreciate the super chat, and I assume you're here for honesty, so I'm just going to be here with my honest personal opinion, and professional opinion. Like, to me, what I'm hearing is like, why do you need someone to, like, why is this having to prove themselves like that? I don't want to use the term red flags, but I can't ignore that is like what I'm hearing and seeing in my mind is like, the red flags, not that you're an issue, but like, as a manifester and a manifestation coach, your issue is not, am I confusing the universe because I'm playing hard to get? Or should I say that's more of a surface level issue? What's really the problem that I see here is that why do they have to bend over backwards to prove to you, like, why do you have such uncertainty or insecurity, or like, what's this game you're playing and why? Because the reason why you're playing this game and why you think you need to is that's the problem. That's what's standing in your way, not like, oh, I'm playing hard to get. No, it's like, why are you playing hard to get? Why are you making people jump through hoops to get your affection? Is it because people previously have shown you not enough attention or have treated you shitty, or do you not believe people when they tell you, like your issue of why you need them to do all this without just like being open and trusting that someone's going to come in and show you love and be there for you? That's the real problem here, not like this other surface level thing that you're asking about. So, to answer your question, I love playing hard to get. Whatever you're doing in the 3D, like, is not necessarily like, if you're like, oh, hey, like, I'm being coy, but in your mind you're like, oh yeah, you want this and I know it and it's gonna work out. It's gonna work out for you and you know it, and it's like like, that's kind of, I don't know, this is kind of, I don't know, does that make sense? Like, if you are playing coy with a 3D thing, but ultimately that it's working out in your favor, that's what the universe knows as well. But if you don't understand, like, if you don't know what's going on within you and all this stuff underlying here, that's what's confusing the universe. Does that make sense? Like, it's not what you think it is here listed in this question, is what I'm trying to say. Like, there's something deeper going on here that's the actual issue that you're running into. And I will say, we'll continue to run into if you don't deal with it. Okay. Oh, besides, hello. Okay. Tiffany, thank you so much for the super chat, says, for Graham. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Did homework, many money blocks, which as fuck is helping. Okay, yeah. That book I think is really helpful in illuminating, or at least like helping you uncover your limiting beliefs and blocks and all those things, and then showing you like how they show up and things like that. So why don't you write out all the blocks that you're discovering, and like do a left hand, right hand for them. Write out all the blocks that you've found, and then on the left hand side, and then on the right hand side, do like, what would obviously it's always like the opposite of the best case scenario, but like, what would remove that block, or what would be best, or what would signify that block was no longer there or never had been there. MB, I have a couple videos about manifesting the opposite. You should check those out because they will answer your question, definitely. Brooke, thank you so much for the super chat, says, I repeat an affirmation out loud. If I repeat an affirmation out loud or in my head constantly, will that manifest into the 3D? That's a really loaded question. I can say that, like, Okay, let me start out by saying every single thought you have is an affirmation, okay? The chances of this affirmation manifesting in your 3D world are much higher if the other affirmations that you're saying throughout the 24 hours a day that you have are not counteracting or, doubting, worrying, fearing, saying that you can't have it, wondering where it's at, like essentially canceling it out. So if you repeat an affirmation constantly, will it manifest in the 3D? It could. I can't say yes or no, of course. You are more like you deciding that it's going to manifest in the 3D world and is more powerful than me saying yes. And again, like in my personal opinion, I think it's like, it's less about how many times you say it and more about how many times do you contradict it, because that's the real issue. That's why it would manifest. And if that is massively outweighing it, then the chances of it probably are a lot lower, I would assume. Thank you, Leanne. Leanne just linked the Manifest in the Opposite video. Emily Mann says, I manifested a new SP. Ooh, congratulations. Okay. Besides, you almost won the lottery last week. You're always a winner. Okay, Jacques says, do you have to force the feeling of comfort and peace on yourself? Or is it the discipline that makes it feel that way? I'm going to say both. I'd say it's definitely both. Like, you can't really force peace. Like, it's an oxymoron, it's like jumbo shrimp. But you can, how do I say this? You can direct yourself away from the things that disturb your peace, if that makes sense, right? So it's like, you can't force peace. You can't force comfort. Literally the opposite of, if you really think about the opposite of force is comfort, or, kind of, if you think about it, right? Like in some ways. Or the opposite of comfort would be like force in some forms. You get what I'm saying, right? So force is not going to elicit comfort or peace, right? Like no one that's being forced to do something feels comfortable doing it or at peace, probably, for the most part. So intending for it, and then here's another thing, maybe forcing yourself not to do the things that disrupt the peace or the comfort. Okay, does that make sense? Like, instead of thinking about forcing the peace, forcing yourself not to do the thing that makes the peace go away. And over time, that is the discipline. And so if you're disciplined to stop yourself from disturbing your own peace, then your peace won't be disturbed. Brendan's like, forcing peace is like jumbo shrimp. It is, kind of. Dave, you got ups and downs with your SP. So ups and downs, hot and cold is very common here in our community. I don't even want to fucking affirm that. The people in our community are very dedicated to staying on track with their focus and their trust in themselves and their discipline with keeping their sentences and thoughts aligned and matched up to the reality that they would like to inhabit. And therefore, ups and downs and things like that are a thing of the past. So ups and downs from other people are going to be a reflection of your own fears of loss, as well as your own inconsistencies. So that's what you need to look into there. Can't wait to see that on someone else's channel. Okay, let's see. Yes. Okay, I already won on your ride. You damn right you did. Bevo, you got to get back to work. But thanks for being here. Thanks for joining us. Have a good work day. Enjoy yourself. Yoga with Liv says, manifested my SP moving in with me using your workshop. Now working on manifesting a house and a career teaching yoga. Yeah, screenshotting. That's awesome. Congratulations. That's great. And if you have not signed up for the specific person workshop, that's at my website, roxytalks.com. You can work on creating the relationship of your desires. Tommy, hello. How have you been? Oh, Visayas are out to you? Oh, no. Okay. All right. Okay. Rouge says, I want marriage with SP. How do I live in the end knowing that it's not the case in the 3D? Sometimes I think about the middle instead of completely end. Is that okay? I have a video about manifesting the middle. I think I have several. I would definitely watch those. And also, like, understand that even if you were to get engaged to your SP today, there still would be a time period before you got married. Okay. So it's not so abstract to have a marriage in your future and not be married right now. Like every single person who is a fiance is in that position. It's not that hard. Like, I'm saying this with, from my heart here. How do you live in the end knowing that's not the case in the 3D? Well, stop fucking knowing that's not the case. Work on that. Why are you telling yourself that? You're in control of what you tell yourself. Stop telling yourself stupid things like that don't help your manifestation. Okay. Fancy with me says, hey Roxy, I watched your video yesterday evening about manifesting with depression, and while watching it, I had a realization. I felt much better today after a very rough time. Thank you so much. Be blessed. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. Like, depression is a state that we all have access to. And not to take away anybody's experience over another's or anything like that. I just mean that, like, being depressed is something that all humans can experience. We're set up to. So, the manifestation process and that are not linked necessarily, right? But so, you still are manifesting even while experiencing those feelings. And it's just, I think important to at least have the awareness that if you're going to use your mind to think thoughts, that you might want to also use that ability to choose the thoughts even when you feel a certain way, just because you can, think your way out of a situation. I don't necessarily think you can maybe you could feel your way out of one. I don't know. But, whether you're depressed or not, whether you're happy or not, whether you're sad or not, whether you're anxious or not, whether you're grieving or not, whether you're, happy or not, it doesn't matter. You're still manifesting. So that's like that's the real, trick of it, is like, okay, finding out how I personally, you as a person, keep my thoughts aligned as much as possible, even though I'm experiencing these feelings and these situations going on in my body and my world. Is this CLM? Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, getting breadcrumbs from SP. Spent last Sunday together and told me how much he enjoyed it. Told him I missed him this week, and SP never responded. So you definitely are gonna, I'm just assuming off of what you had, breadcrumbs and little back and forth, getting some and then getting nothing. I have several videos about, pedestal. Excuse me. As well as hot and cold. But for you, like, I look at it big? Why isn't it let me look at it big like I did last time? Oh, I have to click it up here. Okay. Because okay, I'm just going to speak frank. I'm not saying anything negative about you in any way, so don't take this as like a judgment or assumption about you. I'm just going to be just real black and white here with what I say. Because you have allowed this person to give you breadcrumbs and you've taken it and you've shown up for it and you've allowed it and you've taken it and you've shown up for it and you keep letting it happen, and you keep reacting, you keep fearing, you keep worrying, you've created this cycle of I'll take what I can get. And so they're just going to give the bare min because they can. So you have to figure out and pinpoint when and where you're giving yourself the bare min. When are you allowing them to treat you like this and not stepping in and not putting your foot down, not expressing or enforcing or even establishing your boundaries or whatever it is, what have you, whatever your situation is, you are doing the bare minimum for yourself. So that's why you're getting it back from your person. You're allowing somebody to get the whole cookie jar and, you know, not pay the fee or whatever. That sounded weird. You get what I'm saying, right? Yeah, these analogies are terrible. I was going to say that like buying the milk without, or getting the milk without buying the cow, but still that's even like, fuck these analogies. You know what I'm saying? You know where I'm at, right? It's like, if you don't want to be handing it out for free, then why are you? You know, and I mean that with love. It's like, if it's, and this is again, no judgment. If you want to be handing out for free and we're just trading situations and moving on, fine, that's your choice. Like, do whatever you want to do. But if you're going to hand it out for free, knowing and expecting this person to come back and do you like that, that's where the problem is. You're expecting it and then you're allowing it and then you're expecting it again and then you're allowing it again. You have put yourself in this cycle of giving yourself the bare min, and that's why you're here. So it's, you know, you're reacting. He never responded, blah 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 blah, well, it was me, he didn't do it, I did this thing for him and he's not doing it, he's blah, 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 blah. There you go, you're manifesting more of it for the next time. So you need to stop yourself right now, change the story, and it's 111, and on this one, this is 112 anyways, and quit your cycle mentally now before you manifest another ride on the fucking 3D train, because it's already happened. Like, I can tell you now, because you've reacted, you're here right now, you're talking about it. Like, you probably have you got some work to do and on shifting that and not seeing it in the 3D, but that's fine. Just keep persisting about it, but no longer settle for the bare min from yourself or from this person or from any people, honestly. Okay, I feel like a dumb American right now because I cannot read. I can't read this. Fuck me. Okay, this person, I'm sorry. Thank you so much for the super chat. It starts with what an American B would be, and I'm showing my dumb Americanness. I don't know how to read this, and I'm sorry, and I apologize, but thank you so much for the super chat. Says, hi, I was manifesting my SP, living in the end, etc., and I feel like I am in a circle because I get to the point when I don't need them anymore, and a couple weeks later I get to the point where I need them again. Okay. You guys are all in the same shit. You're all doing back and forth. You're all doing hot and cold, expecting not the best, like expecting below average and getting it, reacting to it, getting more, reacting to it, expecting more, getting it, reacting to it. I would say for you need to figure out what it is that you want. Like, do you want this person or not? You know, like, do you just want a warm body next to you? Is that what the issue is? Is like, that's what I'm hearing. So like, think about it, like, ask, do your own evaluation. But what I'm hearing is, I get with this person. After a while, I realize, I remember why I don't want to be with them. I can't really stand them, or I can't stand to be around them. We don't mesh, whatever it is. So we break up. I finally get myself together. Yeah, to feel strong again or whatever. And then I feel lonely, maybe. I don't know. That's kind of like what I'm hearing. So it's like, if you're just wanting a warm body, you need to stand up to yourself and for yourself and stop you know, bending or you're giving it away for free too. You're giving it away to somebody that you don't want to be with just for the outcome. And it's, it's like eating a meal that you don't want to eat because you don't want to wait. It's like, okay, you could have, I've talked about this. You could have whatever. You could have a filet, a nice meal, or you could have a Taco Bell. The Taco Bell might get here quicker. You might be satiated faster, but you might be hungry a lot quicker too. And you might not feel so good after you eat it. So, if you can't wait for the entree that you really want, that's going to be your problem here. And you need to, exercise some patience. Stop giving in. If you don't actually want to be around this person or be with them, then don't, Scruffy looking. Tyrannosaurus Seth, what's up? Okay. Thank you for the super chat, says. Been focused on a manifestation to bolster my concept. As a result, I saw movement with my SP, which turned me to jello. How can I push through these wobbles and find support from like-minded people? Okay. For one, like-minded people here for sure. You can go, if you want to go to the forum on my website, roxytalks.com/forum. We have, like forum posts and things like that where you can connect with people outside of YouTube if you wanted to, and talk about what's going on. Everyone's kind of out there sharing what they're doing. So that's a place that you can go to find support. Also, Black Moon Society is our Facebook group as well. So it's really cute that you you turned a dollar. I love it. That's normal. Like I think that that's totally normal to just feel, I don't know, like it's like I'm shy, I get shy around people too, and I think that's totally fine, and just like, it can be endearing to be around somebody who is shy or kind of jello-y, and it's not a bad thing. And obviously you are, once you move past that, you have more to offer than just jello. And you're working on it. And I would say that I don't know, I think, okay, how do you push through when you have a wobble? Let yourself have the wobble, be kind to yourself, accept the wobble, thank the wobble, appreciate the wobble, like, okay, I just saw a toddler like wobbling. If babies, when a baby, and I don't know, I don't have kids. This is just what was just inserted into my mind because I don't know this for sure, but I'm just going to say this. When babies are learning to walk, the wobble is what helps them steady themselves and strengthen themselves and realign themselves and become good at walking, so embrace it. It's a good thing. You're working towards it. You're doing good. Great. That's that's all I have. That's all I think about it, honestly. So, do your shit that brings me joy list so that you can make yourself feel good if you do feel a certain way about it. But it sounds like you're doing good, and I don't think you should do anything except support yourself more through this, if that makes sense. Oh yeah, Jinx says, I think I remember you from the workshop. Happy to connect in the forum. You definitely both were on the workshop together. So yeah, go connect on the forum. roxytalks.com/forum. Oh my god, I'm so hungry. Did you guys hear that? Okay. Victoria, thank you so much for the super chat, says, could we be unconsciously or subconsciously thinking things even if we are doing all we can to keep the mental diet clean, or is it just a lag in the 3D? Like, of course you could. I mean, absolutely you can be doing things subconsciously or unconsciously. And actually, that's a great plug for this week's podcast. I will announce it now that it's officially already happened. This week's podcast coming out on Wednesday at 9 a.m. PST, featuring Mr. Bob Doyle from The Bob Doyle Show, and also he was on The Secret, and he was my guest on the Roxy Talks podcast last week. And we specifically talked about the choices leading up to the choice that you think is pivotal. You know, it's like how much, and actually when the social media question that I asked today, if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or anything, I posted a question about, you know, how much of where you are right now was consciously manifested. And that's exactly what we're talking about right here, and what we're talking about on the podcast. So definitely check out Bob on Wednesday and listen to what he has to say. But also, yes, absolutely, you're going to be unconsciously and subconsciously putting yourself into situations because we are operating off of program. And, you know, like, we're all kind of like just barely becoming aware of our own programming. Like, this is something that is, you know, even Bob was talking about how, you know, he has changed what he teaches from when he was teaching law of attraction back when The Secret came out. And now he teaches about neuroscience, because even the knowledge of our ability to rewire our own brains and how to do it, and the outcomes of it, is relatively new. And or at least like the fact that it's more widely accepted now, or fully accepted now, is relatively new. So it's understandable that we would be constantly manifesting stuff we're not aware of, because I'm manifesting I'm manifesting the 3D reality. I don't know how the fuck I'm doing that. I don't know what thoughts I'm thinking every single day and every single moment to keep the molecules of this car in place, but I am. So this is where awareness comes in really hardcore, because the more aware you can be to say, why am I thinking that thought? Why am I taking a left instead of a right? Why would I think it this way? What does this mean? What, you know, like, really questioning your own motives and behaviors leading up to, you know, like, why do I wait till 6 p.m. to make dinner or something? I don't know. I'm just literally thinking of something arbitrary, but it's like, because of this thing, and because that means this, and because I don't get off work till this time, well, that means that I know that I have to have a job, and that means that I think I'm a, you know, have to work in order to pay my bill. Like, if you really break down, go deep on why you're doing things, there's so much programming in the layers below. So yeah, again, my answer is, I always say awareness and discipline is just the answer to everything. If you realize that you're doing it and you catch yourself and, you know, make yourself do something else, you are in control. So the more aware you are, and the more disciplined you are to steer the ship in the direction you want it to go, the more in control you will be and remain. You know, or is it just a lag in the 3D? Also possible, but like, if you're over here noticing and wondering why things aren't working for you, then I would say that's a part of the problem there as well, because you're saying it's not working in whatever form you are. Oh, okay. The name is Wizard. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. It's a again for another super chat. It means sometimes I feel like I want to be only with them, and then sometimes I'm like, thank God I'm not with them. Do I need a therapist? I thought it's a good sign. I can't control it. Help. Well, okay. Oh, we went downhill real fast. No, nothing. I'm not saying you're anything wrong. I'm just saying you need to figure out whether you want to be with them or not, because you don't know. And so if you don't know what you want and you're constantly like bouncing back and forth, you're not going to get a solid outcome in the manifestational world, because there's no consistency in, so there can't be consistency out. So you have to figure out like what's I don't know. Like, in my personal opinion, if you're feeling, thank God I'm not with that person, you shouldn't be fucking with them. If you've ever thought that about somebody, why are you with them? Like, what are you doing? And I mean this like with the like best intentions and with love. Like, why are you torturing yourself? You don't want to fucking be with them. Why are you putting yourself through this? You can find love and connection with other people. There's 7 billion other people out there. Don't put yourself through a bunch of bullshit for someone that you have multiple times had the feeling, thank God I'm not with them. Like, when I have that feeling about which, I feel like that about all my exes, I don't want anything to motherfucking do with them. Thank God I'm not with them. Why would you want to be with somebody that you say that about, And that's just my personal opinion. So this is why I'm saying you need to ask yourself this. Like, do you want to be with them or not? Because like you're not doing yourself any favors by going back and forth, obviously, because it's just resulting in more back and forth. Okay. Natalie says, just got a call. I manifested. Nice. TT says, Roxy, thanks, Roxy. You make me think a lot deeper in my life right now. I never thought I can think of these things. Not a lot of people know this. And that's why I'm doing it. Like, I think everybody should know it. It's just like, it's not fair. And, like, okay, here's something. People like us in the manifesting community, I know, because I get it too, get asked questions like, did I manifest the COVID or the, racism, or if we're such a manifester, how come there's all these terrible things going on in the world? And it's like, where the fuck was I even going with that? It had something to do with, what did you say? Oh my God, I totally lost my train of thought. Oh God. I went on a tiny tangent and it took me too far. Oh, that people, okay. What I want to say is, or another thing, like, so another thing that we get is like, okay, so poor people, they're manifesting being poor, or babies born with diseases, blah, blah, blah. It's like, I'm not saying everybody is dealt an even hand. That's not what this has to do with. This has to do with the fact that no matter what hand you're dealt, you can control, if you can control your thoughts, you can control your world. And that information, I believe, should be known to everybody. And that's why I do what I do, because I don't think it's fair that everybody doesn't know that. It's like, again, everybody is born with whatever circumstances they're born with. I do believe that our souls choose to come to our bodies in the way that we do when we do, so that whatever we have to work through, helps our soul grow ultimately, whatever. But no matter where you start, you have the same ability. Of course, if you're in control of your thinking faculties, you have the same ability to change or to control the 3D world around you. That's a given to everybody. Of course, like, obviously I can think of some exceptions if you don't have control over your conscious awareness, would be the exception, I guess. And I'm sure there are more that I don't know about or whatever. But, if you are blessed enough to have control over your conscious awareness, then you are blessed enough to have control over your reality. And that is what I think everybody needs to know. So. Somebody asked about manifesting a partner that had BPD or something like that. Can you manifest someone else's, like, personality stuff away, I think is what the question might have been. Like, I'm just gonna say here, like, if you can fathom a reality where they don't have it, then yeah. Right? Like, it's a you question. If the fact that we're able to even talk about it means it's a reality that exists out there. So Again, if you can fathom it and keep your mind there and react there, your reactions there, then in theory, yeah. Besides, do we choose our parents before birth? Yeah, absolutely. I think so. Heyoka says we are holding them in that reality. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Victoria, you're very sweet. Thank you. Rebook says, so are thoughts controlling molecules? Okay. I don't know if I can give that a definitive yes answer, but that is that's the idea. You know what I'm saying? Like go into the quantum physics stuff and look into consciousness and reality. Look up, I always say string theory or double slit experiment is good for explaining how the 3D matter behaves while it's becoming what it's going to be. Because that's really what opened everything up for me, was like that realization. But if you look into, there's a lot of quantum physics stuff that'll help you understand that this is more than just theory, that this is actually happening. I don't know why or how, but like there's is the past real, things like that. Like there's a lot of stuff on the PBS Space-Time channel that I personally like to watch that gives a lot of scientific insight from a bunch of really fucking smart people that I can't. Rotate. Yeah, rotate me. Thank you. Is it okay to manifest on a full moon? You're manifesting every moment of every day constantly, so it could not be okay to manifest. Read book, How to Become More Aware of Thoughts. Does meditation help? Yeah, meditation definitely helps, but look into my 30 days of alignment. That's what that's literally how I did it. I made myself this, I wanted to go 30 days of like not reacting to my 3D, not letting things get to me. And so I just became like very much aware of like how I was thinking and how I was reacting and making sure that I was staying on track. And then also my 360 method official program coming soon talks about it as well. I have videos on YouTube speaking about it as well. It's like a practice. It's day in and day out, paying attention and not letting yourself slip up. And if you do slip up, you're being gentle on yourself and getting right back into it as soon as you catch yourself, over and over and over every day for the rest of your life. Scruffy said, her question was about manifesting with a diagnosis of BPD. I have the same diagnosis and it's a struggle. Therapy and meditation are a great help, but staying in the present moment is key. Thank you, Scruffy. The YouTube channel is PBS Space-Time. I know Suki's. Did I say that right? Oh, that's really cute. Can you talk about behind the scenes movement we can't see but is happening? Okay. I definitely have videos about this topic. I can't remember any of the titles right now, but okay, we need to talk about the nature of reality, because you kind of need to understand that every single moment is like created by these, it's like frozen moments in time of what time is. It's how do I say this? Like previously created snapshots of what we call reality. So many, we're moving through them so fast by the millisecond that it appears to be movement, but time is an illusion, and what we are experiencing is actually our energy moving through this realm of frozen fragments of snapshots of reality. So things aren't necessarily moving behind the scenes because you are moving through the realities, okay? You're moving through realities that have already been created. Every possibility that you can fathom times a bunch more that you can't even fucking possibly think of, for every single person, have already been created before we got here. You are simply experiencing it like a game piece on a game board, moving through a game board that has already been created and played through. So it's like, you're asking me, like, how do I get from fucking, like, Baltic Avenue to fucking Broadway? Are those the right ones? I haven't played Monopoly in a while. You know, it's like, well, you got to walk the path. And the game board is not rearranging for you to get there. It's already been created. You are taking the journey to your destination through it. So it's getting fucking hot. Like, all the air is getting sucked out of this fucking thing. So if you, sorry, I just got totally distracted because I can't fucking breathe. Ow, okay. So instead of trying to think about, you know, what's going on behind the scenes that you're not privy to, you need to be focusing on staying on the path that you want to be on, because the destination's on the path. Like, the destination is not moving, the path is not changing. Do you stay on it? That's the question. Understanding that, you know, again, things are not necessarily rearranging for you. You are moving towards realities that have already been created to unfold. How do I say this? You are moving through realities that have already been created in a way that unfolds. That unfolds in a way that appears to be things falling into place for you or not. But in reality, you're simply moving through realities on a path that is, I don't know. I mean, if you're doing it, you know, the best way possible, the shortest distance or the path of least resistance to that outcome. But more than likely, it's going to be a path that your mind logically can fathom you getting from point A to point B. That's like a whole fucking bunch of jumbled shit I'm trying to translate and piece together, but I hope that makes sense. Things aren't necessarily falling into place behind the scenes for you. You're moving to the place where they're already set up. That's what it is. So, God, it's hot. Okay, I think I'm gonna wrap this up. Let's do last call for super chats. I gotta go see my grandma. My grandmother. Yeah, if you can imagine it, then it already exists. Exactly, Dina, because you have to understand, your imagination was created by the same thing that created the thing that you're imagining. Your imagination is not going to be able to conjure up something outside of the program in which it was written, right? It only makes sense that your imagination can only imagine the things that are available within this realm, and that if you are able to imagine it, then it must be available in this realm, because otherwise you wouldn't have access to it. Sophie, why don't you boost your belief and say that it's possible to get 2 inches shorter? Me saying it has nothing to do with how tall you are. You need to say it and stop putting your power in other people's hands. Put it in your own hands. Mona Lisa, can your wishes be fulfilled without any inspired action? With only mind and thoughts. So you're telling me that you're just going to lay on the couch for the rest of your life and you're never going to do anything again? I mean this in the most kind way. That's a ridiculous question. You're always taking, every action you do is inspired in some way. It's inspired by something. So like, and even the act of laying on the couch for the rest of your life is action, and it is inspired. So Like, stop worrying about when you're going to make the right turn to come down the road and find the thing. That's the problem, is you're looking for it and you're not just allowing yourself to live life knowing that it's working out for you. Allie says, will there be an SP workshop close to Christmas? I want to start the new year with a BF, like for real. Okay, Allie, I have an online specific person workshop, as well as a take them off the pedestal workshop that's part of the Heal and Transform bundle. And you can do those. You could start it like today if you wanted to. Get your SP now. Hey, Oka says, Roxy, I'm glad you treasure your grandma. Miss my in this realm. I do. I'm very close with both my grandmas. So this is, she is 91, so she has lived, a long and happy and fun and healthy life. But it is just sad and hard, and it's just a lot to go through when you have to help, handle and take care of things, that you weren't expecting, but you obviously you show up for your people. Killa Pop Tart, you're so sweet. Thank you. Emmy, I love you, but I gotta call you out. Emmy says, been listening to your money track all day. I saw some undesirable circumstances around my finances, but I refuse to affirm any of it. You just did, girl. What the hell, Emmy? Come on. Mari, thank you. I appreciate you, and I'm glad that you're here. Appreciate you. Okay. Not specifically, but you came here and typed it, and then I said it out loud. Girl, you did. I'm not saying you did anything wrong. I'm pointing out to you that saying I'm not going to affirm this thing that just happened is affirming that it just happened. Oh, Kitty, thank you. You're so sweet. Yeah, that's why I'm in the car, because I'm my grandma had a stroke, so that's what's going on. And she's in the hospital, so I'm helping handle stuff for her and at her house and things like that. So I'm going to be going to see her whenever we get off here. And I know people that are wondering why I'm live, I know I talked about it in the beginning. I don't know why I came live either. I literally even asked my pendulum, like, should I do this? But like, you do what it said yes, so I came. And I'm still gonna see her today, and everything's all good. So I appreciate your guys' concern and care. Thank you. Okay, so Allie, can you manifest 3 to 5 things, manifestations at the same time, moving out, graduating, and having money? Absolutely. Check out my manifesting multiple shits at once or something like that video. Panda Bear, thank you so much. Also, last for the super chat, last call for super chats if anybody wants one at the last moment. Panda Bear says, any movie suggestions where a character uses LOA to make things happen? Future movie club. Ooh, movie club. I like that idea. Where a character uses LOA to make things happen. Teen Witch was I just saw in my head, of course, Teen Witch was the very first thing that popped up. I love that movie. And now I'm seeing Wish Upon a Star. I don't know why. These are what's popping in my head. Clearly, we can see I'm a girly girl came out of the 80s. A witchy girl, a pink witchy girl from the 80s would suggest those 2 movies. Also, not LOA based necessarily, but Coherence is a movie. I love this movie. It's one of those movies that, like, if I don't know what to watch, I'll watch it, or I'll just like I just have to like rewatch it every now and then because it's so good. But it they show realities like falling in on each other and like interacting with like different versions of yourself and things like that. So Coherence is a really good movie for understanding how realities fold in on each other, parallel realities. I don't know why Teen Witch and Wish Upon a Star are the movies that came up in my head when you asked about LOA characters, but let's see what other people have to say. Burlesque. I only watched that once. I need to watch it again. Coyote Ugly. It's like the same movie. Again, completely tells my age. Drop Dead Fred, Pinocchio. Pumpkin Spice, yeah, top that. Greatest rap of all time. Dina, you keep meaning to watch what movie? Coherence? It's really good. Hey, Oka, you're so sweet. So Hey, Oka says, we will all manifest that she is all good and that you stay healthy. That's why the pendulum made you come on here. Oh, I love you. You're so sweet. Thank you. Oh, Amy LeBlanc says Limitless. Oh my God. Limitless! Did you guys watch the Limitless show? Oh my God, I loved that show. I was obsessed. And it had like 22 episodes, except then it just had none. But Limitless is such a good show. Oh my God. Love that. And the movie, I only saw the movie once, but I watched the show obviously like 22 times. Oh, Tiffany says possibly The Pursuit of Happiness. Girl, I won't watch. I cry like so easily at movies, and I'm like, no, like when I saw a movie, I was like, nope, not watching that. I already know I'm gonna fucking cry. I'm not watching it. There's like anytime any sort of like those kind of like feel good, like hit you in the heart movies, I'm like, no thanks. I don't feel like crying today. But I'm sure it's a wonderful movie. I know it's got a great message. I just like, I don't. Aladdin. Oh, that's a good one. Oh my God, I love the live action Aladdin. I hope that. I don't know. I thought it was really cool. Honestly. Besides this, I am Aladdin. Karina, best wishes for my grandma. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. Hey, Oka. Oh yeah, Lucy. Lucy is like, what's that movie? Lawnmower Man. Coherence is on, I think it's on Amazon Prime. And I think it's on YouTube for free. Besides says your grandma will live past 109. My grandma is really healthy. She always has been. So we're definitely, rooting and hoping for a full recovery. Tangled. If you're just now joining, we're talking about movies where the main character is manifesting. Mona Lisa said Practical Magic. I need to watch that again. It's been a while. Oh, Vanessa says going to watch Limitless show tonight. Oh, I love that show. It was good. Panda, you guys are so sweet. Everyone's sending my grandma love. I really appreciate you and all the kind words for me. Thank you very much. Dina says, I feel like most Disney movies have that underlying message of manifesting your world. Definitely. There's a lot of conspiracy theories about like how much Walt Disney knew about the real nature of reality. Okay, Sylvia, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, I've been attracting other people while manifesting SP. Those include his roommate. We bumped into each other. Should I hang out with him? Okay. Let me give you advice, woman to woman. If you like somebody, don't hang out with their roommate. Don't do it. Don't do it. Do not do it. Okay? Pick one. Okay. Unless if you're hanging out with his roommate as friends, you catch my drift. If you're hanging out with his roommate as friends, okay, fine. Be friends, fine. You can. Okay, yeah, you said friends. Sorry, I thought you meant hang out. Because you said attracting. I don't know. I thought you meant hang out, you know? Do not do anything with their roommate unless you want to be with a roommate. Hanging out, fine. But if you cross that line with the roommate, like, just, I mean, of course, this is coming from personal experience. It's coming from, I've been single back in the day, and I've just, like, obviously you can manifest yourself into any situation or whatever, but if you're working on becoming friends with this person, and like knowing their friends and stuff, then yeah, getting to know their roommate's cool, I assume, but friends. Dina said, "Where's Sana today? Her new SP is the guy from Squid Game." Oh, we're about to watch it. I haven't watched it yet because I haven't been home, but we're gonna watch it because everyone keeps talking about it. Okay. So, Sylvia, it's okay to be open, and hang with other people, but again, like, I just don't. My advice would be, don't mess with people's roommates if you're trying to be romantic with them, unless it's friendship. Then cool. It's just a little too close, I would say. That's personal opinion. You can do what you got to do. It's your world. But if people are coming into your world and treating you with kindness and asking you to hang out and things like that, then that's cool. Emily says, I'm trying this new thing where every time I want to complain, I say something I'm grateful for instead, because I've been so unintentionally negative due to exhaustion. Good for you, Emmy. Amy says, when Walt Disney was passing away, some said it was horrible that he would never see Epcot. He stated, I already saw it. That's why it's being built. There you go. There you go. Okay, I'm going to get off live and go see my grandma. And I appreciate everybody's kind words and being here, and obviously, intend the best for everybody. Killer Pop Tart, no updates. I don't have any. Yeah. And then, yeah, we're also not going to judge anybody's behavior or anything that they questioned or asked about, because it's really not any of our business. In the chat, yeah. We're not here to comment on each other's choices and stuff, okay? Because we're all supporting each other here. So, yeah. So, Tiffany says, Grandma's happy, healthy, whole. It is done. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Scruffy says, pushing out warm thoughts and well wishes for your grandma. I love you. You're so sweet. Thank you. Yeah, so healing vibes to everybody. I know that there's people all over the world who are dealing with health stuff and family stuff and whatever, any shape or whatever form that takes. So I feel for you. I'm here for you. We all love you. And, no matter what you're going through, having a practice in place is crucial. And it has just proven to me over and over this year, with all of the crazy speed bumps and ups and downs that have been thrown my way, that it's the practice that keeps me going. It's the practice that helps me recover, and not get taken over or swept away by the feelings and and the worries and fears and all that stuff. So life is what it is. Or daily beloved, we're gathered here today together, this thing called life, because that's what it's about. You know, we're all here and we're doing it together, and we're just working on it and getting through it how we can. So Leanne, thank you. Leanne posted my 360 method video. That is my video on my practice and what I do every single day and how I stay aware and maintain my focus. I do have the official program coming at the beginning of the year. If you're interested, and some really cool things coming for the end of the year. Some new stuff that you haven't experienced from me or hopefully in general before. And Dina says Roxy's grandma is a queen. She is. She definitely is the queen. So we're all kind of like, you know, everybody, all her neighbors are like, where is she? Is she okay? She definitely is the queen and has her subjects taking care of her and working on it, helping her out. So she's in good care. So I appreciate you all. I love you. And let's see. Let's think of a homework. How about... Okay. This is what I want everyone to do this week. I want everyone to do this week. If you're already doing a daily self-care routine, then I want you to add something to it. Like add something new that you've never done before to it. But everybody this week, I want you, and me included, I'm going to do it, and I'm starting today. Let's do something extra for ourselves to take care of yourself. Give yourself an extra 5-10 minutes. Give yourself a pep talk or a rampage. You know, drink a freaking kale smoothie. I don't know. Like let's do something every single day to help our mental and physical and emotional health. As we're kind of like obviously dealing with what's going on in the world for the last 2 years. We're coming into the holiday season if you practice. And you know, we're all dealing with stuff. So why don't we all make a point to find 7 new ways? I guess it doesn't have to be 7 new ways. Try some new ways of taking care of yourself or doing some sort of self-care action, even if it's, you know, getting one of those little foot massagers for your feet or something, just something a little extra every single day this week. And then we're going to report back, and then let's share the things that we did so that we can all trade and start working more of those things into our life. Okay. And if you got anybody else in your life that could use this homework, why don't you bring them in on like a little, hey, do you want to do a 7-day challenge? I'm doing a 7-day self-care challenge with me. If, you know, like, let's say there's someone in your life that maybe needs it or is open or is ready or something, or that you see could help, or even maybe like one day, hey, I'm going to get a foot massage. You want to come with me? Maybe include people in your life that could use it as well, so we can spread the good vibes. Okay. So I love you. Yeah. 7-day I can't even say it. 7-day self-care challenge. That's our homework for this week. Oh my God. Dina says, I was just thinking of buying a foot massager today. Okay. Here's your sign. Go buy that foot massager. Even if it's like going and sitting in the hot tub and like just, I don't have a hot tub. I wish I did. That's why I said it. If you have a hot tub, go sit in it for me, because I would want to do that. Something like that, everybody. Oh, Emmy says happy full moon in Aries. Okay, I know nothing about the full moons except apparently there is one right now. Read book says, what are the benefits of meditation over Roxy's 360 method? No. We do both. The 360 method means 360 top to bottom, inside and out. Every thought, every day, all day, every day, every action, every feeling is all included in your manifestational package. Meditation is something I do every single day to keep the package wrapped up nicely and the contents nice and arranged beautifully. You know what I mean? So meditation every single day. Again, I'm guilty. I haven't meditated in a week. Guilty. I'm dealing with family health stuff, but I am at the very least not spiraling. I'm not fearing. I'm not worrying. I'm not giving into my old patterns. In fact, because I've been here around family, I've been fucking working on seeing my patterns and or the programming, and kind of like taking notes that I can give to my therapist and be like, okay, here's some of my trauma, here's some of my patterns, like help me anyways. Help me move past it. So I I might be a lizard or an alien. I'm a cat. If anything, I'm a cat. Okay. People are so silly. Okay. Anyways, all right. I love you guys. Okay, I gotta go. I gotta go see my grandma, and I love you guys. I appreciate you. Do your homework of taking care of yourself, and also just, I mean, do that anyways. You should be doing that anyways, but also extra, extra care this week. Okay. Oh, Sharon, you're so sweet. Sharon says you're an angel. How about that? Thank you, Sharon. I love you. Okay. Anyways, I will see. Bye, cat. Thanks, Rudy. TT says, you have the power. I believe in you. Thanks, TT. I love you guys. Be good to yourselves. By the way, be good to yourselves is my grandma's saying. She's been saying it like every day for, I don't know how, at least 37, 38 years, because she's been saying it my whole life. She is the one that's in the hospital. And if you've noticed, I've been kind of taking that on. I've been adopting it. So, yeah, be good to yourselves. That's part of our a new part of our tagline, our salutations, whatever you want to call it, and our focus. So be good to yourselves. I love you. We're all raising our vibrations together. You have the power. I believe in you. Bye. Okay. Oh, fudge. All right. How do I end it, guys? Just X? Just X. Okay, bye.